Hi, thanks for watching my video. So today I want to talk to you about how we deal with social pressure when we decided to change a healthy habit. This is very important to learn some skills because as it's been proven in the past, especially by great psychologist Stanley Milgram in his experiment, and it's been replicated again and again and again, that social pressure can affect nearly 60% of the people. And if you can watch it on YouTube, his video is called Milgram Experiment. It shows that these people were delivering 450 joules of shock to other people just because of the social pressure. It doesn't matter, any experiment has been redone in different environment, different society, with different education. So that's why it's very important for us to prepare how we're going to deal with social pressure. So you started a great diet. Let's say you got rid of a dairy product, of the milk, or you eat, like fruits and veg and not fried food, or whatever decision you decided to do. Or you don't smoke anymore, or you don't want to drink any more alcohol for this amount of time, and then you are invited to a party. Then your decision, your integrity is put to test, and you're gonna have, for definite, I had it myself, and I always have it all the time, two type of reaction. You have the misinformed reaction and the irritated reaction. These things are all read them in a lovely book that I'm reading, The Pleasure Trap. And the authors, one of them is psychologist, and the other one is a doctor of chiropractic college. They give us steps as to how to deal with this type of reaction. They say that for the misinformed people, these are people that they lived on fried food, on pizza and takeaway and alcohol, or they know people around them that drink alcohol and smoke, and some of them they live long lives. So they think that that's a good way of living, that's a good diet. So they'll find it a little bit difficult and a little bit like you are not going, like what you're doing is not right. So they'll come up with like, where do you get your calcium? Where do you get your protein if you're not eating meat? I mean, if you're not drinking milk, where do you get your calcium? How, are you sure what you're doing? So how you can pacify this type of reaction is with the same strategy. Say, this seemed to be working for me, and I'm not sure that it can work for many people, but I've consulted with my doctor or my nutritionist, and they know that they reassured me that I'll get the right nutrition, and I'm taking these supplements, or I'm not taking these supplements, but I'm happy how it's making me feel, so I'm going to stick to it for a bit longer. And this will help you be off track, and you can create your own response how you think is going to be better to suit you. But it's good when you ask somebody that knows a little bit more on the health front, then it will help make the response, make their anxiety pacify, because they are really worried that you are not eating very well. The other reaction is from the irritated reaction, and the authors say that often people that are irritated are people that got their feelings hurt, and this comes from people they know very well what is a healthy living. They know what's a health diet, but they feel a little bit, they're under motivation. They will feel a bit embarrassed that although they know they're not taking the right steps, they're living against their own integrity, and you might make them a bit embarrassed and uncomfortable. There are a couple of reactions that the authors say about this type of situation. They say, first of all, you try to reassure that you love them, appreciate them, if they are your friends and family, in different ways, and just because you are healthy, you don't think you are better in any way. The other thing is you can try to give their ego boost and try to compliment them for something that they do better than you, that they are more organized, or something that you don't do well and they are doing. or ask them about their opinion about something that they got their interest about, or is their hobby or something. The other thing is to kind of how you respond when they are very close family and they say, I made this just for you, why don't you try it a bit, this is nice, it's made with this thing, or like I didn't fry it, I grilled it, and it's something that you don't want to eat, the type of food. You can say, you can answer with humility, like by saying, oh, I know you've gone through all this trouble, and mention what they've done, which you think is amazing. But my willpower is not very good, and I know that if I go off track, I'll find it difficult to go on track. So in this way, you kind of tell them that you don't think you are all this holy being, that you never go off track, but you are afraid that you might not go on it again. And these are kind of reaction that will need to be practiced a bit, because we are human beings, and we don't like the physical pain, we don't like the psychological pain, and sometimes other people reaction can cause us to do things that we don't want to do, especially when it comes to going off our healthy habits, and after we started doing something, seeing the results. But I strongly recommend practice this thing and see if you go in your next party. And thank you very much for watching. Bye.